Let's go down to Kokomo.
Day 86, Saturday the 9th of January, at sea. I had an awesome day yesterday, except it began with another early start, as I had to go and fetch my crew reserved bicycle at 9 a.m, which turned out to be a nice new modern mountain bike. The only catch was that I had to carry it down the stairs to deck 3 from deck 5 and leave it in my cabin during boat drill, as shore leave is never granted until this mandatory weekly safety run-through is completed, so my bedroom was the only place I could leave it. It was another sweltering day stood out on deck 7, dressed in my green team leader vest and matching cap, with my fluorescent orange life jacket passed over my head with a strap wrapped around my waist and securely fastened. It also has a light and whistle for attracting attention, just in case you were interested. Today's drill seemed to take forever, and the time from the final abandoned ship alarm to the crew dismiss notification, normally about 5 minutes, seemed like a month. When it was eventually over, I only had the casino meeting standing between me and the freedom of riding my temporarily acquired bicycle into the sunset with the wind in my hair. Now, the casino meeting was exceptionally long yesterday. I really rate our casino manager Leonard. He's firm, fair, friendly, efficient, funny, and very approachable. I have especially enjoyed working for him. I even nominated him for Manager of the Month last month. But today I wanted to yell, "Shut the hell up! I want to go outside!" In my defence, it's been almost a fortnight since I left the ship. He seemed to deliberately keep reiterating the same points over and over. In fairness, it does make you remember them well. And it was nearly midday before we were finally finished, and I was able to burst out of the door and run down to my cabin. I proudly carried my new charge back up the stairs to the gangway, much to the amusement of my fellow dealers, who were all slowly wandering down to their rooms, as I was lugging the heavy bike up the stairs in the opposite direction. They're well used to my eccentric ways by now, and just giggle at my antics. I had to wheel the bike the entire length of the pier and then sign the bike out at the dock checkpoint before I was finally able to chuck my leg over the frame, plonk my backside into the saddle and ride away. It felt great to be zooming through the warm breeze, despite the bricked road and many potholes making it a bit of a bumpy journey. It seemed no time at all before I was turning onto the main road and heading towards the lighthouse. I got a few cheers from the open-air passenger trucks that ferry people without bikes to the beach village and back. Once at my desired spot, I had to tie my trusty steed to the only remotely suitable place, which happened to be a litter bin. I rapidly shed my clothes and left them on a pile on a tree stump table next to a sun lounger and rushed into the bright blue water to cool off. I swam for a bit and then lay down for 5 minutes, but was soon back in the ocean for a final swim, as I was concerned about the chances of the bike still being in situ when I returned to it. Plus, how was I going to get back to the ship if it wasn't? And what was I going to say when I got there? There also wasn't too long to be lounging about, with crew back on board time rapidly approaching, and my hungry stomach insisting that I made the last of the lunch on offer. Thankfully, my lovely loaned bike was waiting patiently where I'd left it, and I tied my shorts and t-shirt up with a lock around the crossbar and set off back to the ship in just my wet bikini, with the black saddle burning the bum off me where the sun had been heating the empty seat. Halfway through my return journey, I got chatting to a local who was cycling to the nearby school to fetch his kids, before having to peel off in the opposite direction. I redressed myself outside the port buildings and wheeled my bike back to the Dawn, with more bemused crew members asking how on earth I'd been brave enough to go out alone, on a bicycle no less. It's simple. I'd go anywhere, anytime on my own. I'm not afraid of my own company, albeit that I do manage to drive even myself crazy from time to time. And as far as anything else goes, what will be, will be. Man-made and natural disasters can strike anytime, anywhere. Therefore, in my opinion, one place is as safe as the next, and when it's your turn, and that's it. Plus, after sharing a room with multiple others, working in a high-intensity customer service-driven casino, not to mention the incessant noise of the slot machines, the peace and tranquility of some space and quiet on the open road was hugely appreciated. I grabbed a chicken salad and French bread lunch, jumped into the shower to wash the salt off and attempt to fix my hair before it was back to work. I received my second evaluation, which was better than I'd expected, and I have to try hard this month not to be complacent and let my standards slip, whilst working on a few technical aspects of dealing. I had my first session dealing live Texas Hold'em and went from a no game to 5 players to a full table in under 10 minutes. It went quite well, with the players seeming happy and no major mistakes being made. Roll on my next chance to get back on the table. The night flew by, mostly due to the fact that I changed game every 20 minutes or so and dealt every game in the casino that I know, bar Baccarat, at least once, which kept my brain active and well used. The brain training exercises seem to be coming into their own, but sometimes I think sleeping a bit more and playing them a bit less might be more beneficial. Right now, we're in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. I'm just about to head upstairs to start my long sea day. But after a great night last night, I'm full of beans and ready to take on any challenges. Except perhaps that of sitting on a no game for any length of time, trying not to let my imagination read giant computerized panda heads run riot. And that's all for day 86. Thanks for listening. Be sure to tune in to day 87's antics tomorrow. Same time, same place. Well, not literally, because this ship never stops. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a day. And if you're enjoying it, like and share it too. Thank you!